Solo. Solando. That roller game shit for real, forever paid, nigga. Hear me? I got 270, in case you hear me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 270, just in case you ain't hear me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 270, just in case you hear me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 270, just in case you ain't hear me. Cup full. And I'm sipping that rim. I move through traffic, surfing like Cody Maverick. Got work in the attic, shocking niggas like static. Money, I gotta have it. Sending shit long district. Man, money pilot, so that boy so diggy. Is you with it? Count digits. Fuck nigga quit it. Young Slick, guess what? That boy, he might have been it. Is he serious? But now the clip drugs, I'm curious. Shoot a nigga when he stay Young Slick. I show him command. I got 270, just in case he hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 270, just in case he ain't hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 270, just in case he ain't hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 270, just in case he ain't hit me. Cup full. And I'm sipping that rim. I got 2 Chevys, 2 dumps, 2 trucks, 2 bitches, and they don't give 2 fucks. Ballin' on these niggas, Kobe Bryant, 2 clutch, 2 Glocks, 2 shots, too many hoes, man, I need 2 spots. Can't spend no time, bitch, I need 2 clocks. I got me niggas, so fuck what you got. Better cool out before Peter Zone put a 2 lot. I got 2 Chevys, just in case he hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 2 Chevys, just in case he ain't hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 2 Chevys, just in case he hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. I got 2 Chevys, just in case he ain't hit me. Cup full, and I'm sipping that rim. Yeah. Shout out to the real niggas I fuck with. Beat that Zoe spray game, forever pay Solando, that rollie shit, man. Cody Maverick, he on the way. Freedom.
My boy said this some real nigga music. Ball, chisel.
AG.
SCMG shit, baby. Free all my niggas on the road doing time, we ain't forget about you, nigga. Free all my Z's. Solo. Freedom, 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 freedom. Lately I've been thinking about my freedom. I got family and friends, but I don't need them. Gotta fight and hold on for my freedom. I got niggas hating on me for no reason. Free my G's doing time locked up in prison. I'ma pray one day you get your fucking freedom. Cause doing time up the road ain't easy. Whatever case you got pending, I hope you beat it. You ain't gotta take no drugs cause you don't need it. Cause your kids and your family, they depend on you. Better hope they don't go do the same things too. Guard jacket hustling for that bling bling too. Go to jail and they got the same last name too. Lately I've been thinking about my freedom. I got family and friends, but I don't need them. Gotta fight and hold on for my freedom. I got niggas hating on me for no reason. Free my G's doing time locked up in prison. I'ma pray one day.
Hi guys, wait, like I saw. Hi guys, and welcome to another episode of Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. Today we are here with Professor Ras Natty. Ready? The floor is yours. Yes, ring that bell.
Hey, I want to support y'all because y'all support me. I had some earning calls. Empress, you want to do a little market recon?
Mm-hmm. If I have the right notes, do I have the right notes? No, I don't.
It's my bad.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, all right. It's on this screen. My bad.
Yes, so we have BTC. Bitcoin is at 37.8K.
What's the dominance?
The dominance is at 47.41% today.
So that means the dominance is just crazy. ADA is still running.
Mm-hmm.
What is that? 133 right now.
Yep.
Waiting on the pullback. Waiting on the pullback on this. At the end, we're gonna do a live TA. This one's gonna be a short cast, kind of get to the point and stuff. But BTC at 37. Y'all know BTC pushed to what, 42?
Mm-hmm.
So some new highs was set. When I say new highs, not new all-time highs, but 3-month highs. Shit been bad. Not bad, because if you missed out on those early buy points, then you get to go back and buy at those points. So it can be not really bad.
Yeah, this is a stage for a new farmer.
Mm-hmm.
This is a nice point to start at.
Yeah. This is amazing accumulation phase.
Lather down, lather in, and yeah.
Hey, you could ladder down so much. Look, Luna's still running. What Luna looking like?
You got the mouse, baby.
Don't give me the mouse back until you're done with the market recon, Empress.
Okay. Where do you see Luna?
Yep, POS.
Okay. Man.
They ain't even use Zoom no more.
Yeah,
Oh my gosh. The brother didn't call me, so I haven't been able to speak to him. I want to speak to that brother. Look, Tezos back at $3. It ain't been at $3, and I guess it's been at $3.
Tezo is XTZ.
Yes, ma'am. And
what's their functionality?
Tezos is amazing, John. Tezos is like a small. Their main selling point is like they're a small blockchain. Their whole shit is they do everything at a small, fast pace. That's one of their biggest selling points for me. A lot of people, because they're almost like another ETH network. They're competing with ETH. I don't even know if you know that. They're like a baby ETH. Man, let me go check out Tezos. Can we go check out some information on Tezos? I could pull that up on the screen. You could do it in here.
I don't know.
Market cap.
This is so confusing. Which way is
You got
up?
some nice. Yeah, up is down, and down is up.
On the.
Yep, up is
All
down.
right, so
and
where
down
am I
is
going
up.
to read about?
Let me see. You can go on their website, but keep on going down real quick. Keep on going down. They usually have it. Yeah.
Okay, so Tezos is a proof of stake cryptocurrency developed to provide a self-governing.
Well, you heard that word that before.
Proof of stake?
It's not BTC for sure, right? It's not BTC for sure.
No, it's Dogecoin, right?
And that's what ETH is trying to. That's what ETH said they're supposed to be converting to by the end of the year type shit. So ETH was supposed to be doing that, and that's what I was telling you. Like that's their whole vibe. They competing with ETH, but they trying to be more sleek.
Okay.
Yeah. So they that's their whole little shit. So they say the Tezos protocol is powered with smart contracts. There you go again, right? Its main feature it's the ability to avoid common bugs and forks with Tezos specific case tools. Forks is like when you got like a BTC and then it's like a fork, which is like I don't want to say BCH, but a Bitcoin Cash is almost like a fork.
Oh yes,
yeah,
it's
so,
for sure a fork.
Yeah.
I remember reading that.
So you can understand that because Bitcoin, and then you got these little subsidiaries that come up off of the name Bitcoin this, Bitcoin silver. You know, it's a bunch of little bros. So that's their whole little shit. So I guess they say they avoiding those type of stuff.
Okay.
For example.
Yeah, where is it? Tezos has a service that checks the ability and algorithm has to update automatically. Tezos has also facilitated a tool for computation review, which proves the accuracy of the code regulating Tezos transactions. Tezos price is largely driven by the innovative approach of its development team. However, its price is also affected by market fluctuations. Tezos market cap is on a stable downtrend at this time.
Yeah, so you know, people, they, like I said, accumulation phase is when you accumulate coins, like, because right now we don't even know what we in, right? It's kind of so much confusion where we thought we was in a bull. I mean, we thought we was in a bear, and then we seen some bulls come out, right? We seen a group of bulls come out, and now we almost like, okay, when is it done? Is it gonna be done, right? Cause we kind of watching the BTC, and it's like, okay, BTC holding some nice levels, right? It always played around those 37 levels, so those some nice levels to be holding. So I'm like, BTC holding some nice levels, but then you always see these pushes, right? And when I see those pushes, I usually look at that as buying pressure. Depends on how you read the chart. You can read the candles, and you'll kind of see what I mean by buying pressure. So when I say buying pressure, you'll see you'll keep on seeing this candle wick up high, candle wick up high, candle wick up high, and more often than not, the sellers end up bringing it down, right? How long can you do that, right? I was in a couple plays yesterday when me and Empras was trading on a little situation, and if you're at a point that you're selling something, right, or even buying it, you feel me? It works the same way. So I don't want you to look at selling as something different, where it's like, yo, you had it, you gave it away, you make some money. You're selling against the pressure of up, right? So maybe you did get out with a profit or whatever. But I'm saying, say for instance, you're down and you say, yo, we're waiting on the reversal because you've been reading the charts. Maybe you don't read charts. Maybe you heard some fundamentals. You say, yo, BTC just went to 42. It's at 37. Let me buy. You buy, but the pressure is pushing down. Like I said, if you get what is it called? And on these, it's different names for different, but they'll call it spot, like spot trading. That's what they'll call it on like something like a KuCoin or something like that, right? They'll call it spot trading, which is you bought something with your money and it's your money. You didn't get no leverage. You're not worrying about it taking other stuff that you didn't put in it, right? So that's the only difference from what I'm telling you, but you still take that L if you didn't take the profit. So if the pressure is down and you've seen something low and you say, yo, I want to buy it because I think it's going to go up, you can lose all your money because it can go down before it can go up. You don't have to get out to play, but you're down, right? Until you get to zero and then it's done. But that usually don't happen in stocks, right? But a lot of people, they've been getting into crypto. I don't know if they heard we do the crypto talk over here. They be probably hearing us dropping the crypto game. They're like, yo, how can I do this? So people going crazy in the crypto space, but I told Empras this. Before we was doing TA, I was doing fundamental. What I was doing was the psychology of traders, psychology of buyers, psychology of digital marketing, psychology of marketing. So I was trying to get the psychology of everything behind it. So I was telling everybody, I was like, yo, if ETH run crazy, look for ETC to run. I ain't gonna keep on throwing out symbols and tickers and things like that. But, right? But just to throw one out there, right? If ETH run, then you got to start looking at things. When I say ETH, then I say ETC. Don't just look the ETC. I just threw that one out there because ETC doing bad. So it's going to be like, I ain't getting no ETC to you. Sure. Whatever. Do whatever you think you should do. But what I'm trying to explain to y'all is when something runs too hot, people try to get into something with similar functions, which is why Solana is running, which is why something like Chainlink could do some runs, which is why ADA do some runs. ADA is competing with ETH. ETH running, ADA running. You feel me? It's the psychology of traders. They see that bigger price point and they say, yo, I can't get that. Let me get this little one. This little one is just like the big one. That's how people psychologically do things, which is why we got dollar stores that sell the exact same shit that the more expensive stores to sell. It's just it's the approach to it, right? You got to figure out how to get it. It's harder to get it. It's less consistent, but once you figure out the algorithm and you work a system into it, that's where you start reaping the benefits, right? So even if you're not using TA, and like I said, towards the end of the cast, I'm going to do a live TA type setup. But nevertheless, even if you're not doing TA, the fundamentals, meaning the psychology of trading, the numbers that you see on the market, the amount of volume, these are all fundamental things. You see them, you say, oh, they got a lot of volume. That's fundamental, bro. You ain't analyzing nothing. You ain't. And you could also do TA on that, right? But I'm saying if you're just viewing it to say, okay, this, or you heard some news over here, you say, yo, I heard Amazon said they about to get some. Then you feel me? Those are all fundamental things. You can use that, but you got to always think about the psychology of traders, right? You got to always think about when everybody's doing one thing, you do the other. Why is that? Because when that comes back, you are so low that the benefits that you done reaped surpass all of that, because everybody jump in. It's a bunch of fight over there. So go in, Empress.
Are you saying like with technical analysis, it's more so like a predictability almost, because you're kind of looking for patterns, whereas with the fundamentals, it's more of the law of man type of thing?
We're going to see who get to it first, right? And what usually happens in fundamental games is big money wins, right? Big money is always going to win. So you could TA yourself to some wins. You could scalp niggas all day, take their legs off, go on. You feel me? You could do so much little technical analysis type of game plan. But as far as using the fundamentals, like I said, you buy BTC at 37, that's a good buy point. It was just at 42. You see the pressure coming for it to go up.
And if you look at 52-week high, which is another fundamental, you're going to be like, oh, well, it's at 64. This is a 50% sell almost. So, yeah. So
now you buy that dip, but now these whales, they got enough money to play a game with you. They sell theirs off because they're going to buy 3 more.
Yeah, so whales can do good off fundamentals because, you have money to, play around with dips and stuff, because you're kind of a market maker. You're in control of the market because you have majority. But as far as a retail investor, you might feel like you're getting wrecked just because you're unfamiliar with the patterns, what is technical analysis. Technical analysis is pretty much letting you know, all right, this happens here, this happens here. It's a predictability aspect where you can almost predict it because you know patterns. So to someone who isn't observing, it seems like you're, pulling this stuff out of your hat, your magical hat, but in reality, it's no, you've been sitting here staring at it for the past 24 hours, and you've realized at 10 o'clock, there's usually a little dip because everyone is doing whatever they're doing, And yeah, technical analysis is literally bringing everything together. So fundamentals,
both of them,
the law of man, and just, the news, everything.
Because look, you even got to think about it, because they show it in a movie all the time where it'd be, it was Hunger Games. Had a good clip of it. If anybody go watch that back in the days type shit. It's not back in the days. It's just 2015. I don't know. Nevertheless, bro, they had weapons out there, and the game plan was, bro, get to the weapons fast, bro, because if you don't get no weapon, you will get smashed. And the young lady that ended up becoming like one of the smarter bros and one of the stars of the situation, she ran away from where everybody was going, and it was risky. But it was better because everybody that ran over there, they was racing to the weapons. And once the bros got the weapons, they was all slain. Everybody that didn't have weapons was slain.
Yeah, you were just interjecting yourself into a war that you could actually let everybody kill themselves and then walk in and kill the last person standing.
That's the market.
They're all worn out.
That's the market, bro. The market is designed. It's designed to transfer the money from the inpatient, bro, to the patient. So you have to be wise about that. You can't get in here and be like, yo, I'm being impatient with the money longer, right? If you want to be impatient, you need some long money. Me and Empress have watched people put in and then be like, yo, where's the money in Doge? Like, why Doge didn't go up?
Mm-hmm.
You be confused. Like, you go on this, you be like, yo, he put in how much?
Yeah, like even those people that went and when Coinbase first listed Dogecoin, just to see it go up to 40 when it's been sitting at like the 20, 21 mark. Even sometimes 23, it was hilarious because like you just know those people were like, man, I thought this thing was popping. It's like, no, you're late to the party. Elon's already called it a hustle and deteriorated the, viability of it. So yeah,
that's all fundamentals, G. And that's gonna always work because if you study human psychology, then you see it. You see it, bro. You can't really change it. So that's why they separate retailers from institutional bros.
Right.
Like if you go watch a Billions, you think a retail bro could be in a room playing with Axelrod? Come on, bro. Like we gotta kind of think about like
and
who
even
we
if it's a
with.
retail person with like $1 million to spend, like it's just you haven't been the supercomputer. Like you can't make any predictions because you don't have any algorithms. You don't have any math problems and inputs that you can put in to be like, nah, I'm definitely gonna get it right here, bro. This is the best price. I've been staring at this the whole time, and this right here is a sell. Like this is 100% sell.
And even on that point, on the retailer, that's why a lot of us was questioning the brother from Wall Street Bets, right? The white boy, because it was like, yo, you a retailer, bro, putting in my money and some shit,
right?
You feel me? So even if you're a retailer and you got $1 million to spare, you're not really a retailer, bro. You bugging.
Yeah, like, it's like,
you trying to play with the retailers.
Why are you so ill-informed with so much money?
Oh, that nigga won the lotto.
Or maybe baby boomer.
It's a lotto winner. Oh, shit.
Baby boomers could be. Like, because, baby boomers went through that 1920. They seen the horrificness of how bad it can actually get. And so they could probably be unintelligible when it comes to the market just because they shied away from it. But they found another way, real estate or something else to make their money. So now it's like, oh, volatility, everyone's talking about it. Let me get in. I got $1 million to spend. And it's like, you got $1 million to lose. Man,
them old heads is not rocking with this new stuff.
Right.
I seen one old head get so mad, dude asking about Bitcoin. I can't ask you about Bitcoin, can I? You can't. I'm like, man, these old dudes serious, bro.
Oh gosh, they are irate because it just literally takes the power from them like so swiftly. It's like, what do I do? Like, how do I keep my power? And it's like, what? It's like you're falling on deaf ears because no one cares. It's like, bro, your system is broken and outdated. Sorry.
And I'm telling you, bro, if we start, like we said last cast, if we pick that mantle back up where it's a race to finish out those Bitcoins, there's no way we can't change the
It's going to be a Hathaway.
You feel me? It's no way we can't change this shit, bro, because that's guerrilla marketing. Like I said, we're not going to the sponsors, meaning we're not going to the government. Right, what you do is it's so big and it's so aggressive and it's so in everybody's face that we forget that we're backed by the Federal Reserve, right? It's almost like niggas like who? Fed who? Those guys. Damn, y'all still be paying them? Because a lot of people starting to read the books, right? People starting to read the manuals. Like, I want to do something on credit too, as far as that. But people starting to read the manuals. Right, and in reading the manuals, they're saying that only a person have to pay taxes. So then they say, "What's a person?" And they go to some .gov. This go a government website, right? And they type in what does person mean, or I guess type in person. Maybe it's a dictionary type service. Blah.
They have person.
Then when you go on there, they say corporation. So I need to go double check it, but I've seen it many times in our studies before.
Corporation derives from corpse.
And think about this, right? When they make a car in the manufacturing plant, right? When they make that car, the car has technically been birthed. They have an MSO, which is the manufacturer, exactly, it's the manufacturer, whatever. So that's what he shows to say, yo, I made this car right here, right now.
Right.
blah. That car gets sent to a dealership or whatever, right?
Mm-hmm.
The dealership certifies it through the government. The government prints out a MCO, a manufacturer certificate, right? So now it went from the manufacturer. Damn, I need to figure out MSO. Becky, I got this time down here, bro. I'm pretty sure it's MSO, bro. I won't plan on that. But nevertheless, bro, this is the same thing when you look at your birth certificate. I don't want to get too conspiratorial, but like, right, with the birth certificate, you even got to think about it. Anybody that ever had a child, they give you a white paper. It's a little white paper that they printed out from the internet. Just a white paper. It got words on it, letters, and you fill out information on it about the baby. You remember that little plain little white piece of paper? Okay, they give you a plain little white piece of paper, nigga, with some little shits on it. You fill shit out. Blah. That right there is what they send to get the certificate made. So if I have to find my situation, but if you look at your John, they have a time that you were born, and then they'll have another date on there. So like you was born on a certain date, and they'll have another date. So like you was born on April 4th, damn near April 5th.
And it was issued April 14th.
Yeah, and you like, what is this about? And that's when they created the corporation off of you. So like it's a whole little weird little game. I don't want to go into it about nothing, bro. But I'm just saying, bro, people starting to wake up and starting to say, yo, the system seemed kind of odd. Right? People not trying to break no rules. They not trying to be motherfucking what y'all call that. They're not trying to be nothing weird, bro. They're not trying to.
Evaders.
Yeah, nothing. They're not trying to be nothing special. They're just trying to figure out some things. They saying, yo, so we free people. We're a human being, right? And we just being free. And you telling us that somewhere in some constitution,
in this will of things,
the Most High came down and said, yo, you know, y'all need to collect money from them. Yeah. But the thing is, we report on ourselves, right? We call in, we send in these tax papers, and I guess we're scared of them. And like I said,
it's not really scared, because some people genuinely go in and they're like, yeah, I'm going to give you my tax dollars. You make sure you pay for my schools and my roads to be paid. You know, like I see the incentive behind it. But you always see the narrative where people are, hey, like, this is where my taxpayer dollars are going. No, I'm not okay with this. So yeah, either they need to specialize and let me know what I'm being billed for specifically.
With that world record race, Michael Johnson became the only man in history. It's 1996. Atlanta Olympics. It's 1996. Atlanta Olympics.
Away, Johnson got a great start. Already up on Garcia, Fredericks and Bolden out. And Michael, look at this, he's streaking away. Magnificent running. Look at the time.
With that world record race, Michael Johnson became the only man in history to win both the 400 and 200 meter in the same Olympics. Each time wearing a pair of gold-colored spikes specifically made for him by Nike. Pictures of Johnson running the race with his legendary golden shoes went around the world. Johnson was the fastest man on earth. Not only did millions of TV viewers see those Nike shoes on their screens, millions also saw those same shoes slung around Johnson's neck a few days later on the cover of Time magazine. It's hard to imagine better marketing for any Olympic sponsor. Only problem, Nike was not an Olympic sponsor. Reebok was. But when people were asked who was an official Olympic partner, more people picked Nike than Reebok. Reebok had paid millions of dollars to be the official Olympic partner, but consumers only remembered the competitor. Sounds like a bad deal. So Reebok ended the sponsorship with the Olympics, and the Olympics started to take actions against Nike and other companies that were using the games for marketing without paying for it. Fast forward to today, and you are not even allowed to tweet about the Olympics without being sued. Even baking a cake with the Olympic rings might get you into trouble. Why did it get so ridiculous? It all goes back to that legendary race in Atlanta. Welcome to Athletic Interest. This is the story of how Nike hijacked the Olympics. Hijacking is a strong word. It also raises the question of who actually owns the Olympics. The easy answer: the International Olympic Committee. Founded by Pierre de Coubertin in 1894, it is the authority that organizes the modern Summer and Winter Olympic Games. Coubertin's idea was that athletic competition would promote understanding across cultures and thereby lessen the dangers of war. He also emphasized the importance of the competition itself rather than winning. The important thing in life is not the triumph, but the struggle. The essential thing is not to have conquered, but to have fought well. This laid the groundwork of the modern Olympic movement, which is led and managed by the IOC today. Although criticized in recent years, the Olympic movement is an unprecedented success story. The Summer Olympics have grown from a couple of hundred participants representing 14 nations in 1896 to more than 11,000 competitors representing more than 200 nations from around the world in 2016. Money was no issue in the beginning. During the first half of the 20th century, the Games ran on a small budget. Attempts to link the Olympics with commercial interests were actually rejected. The IOC believed the lobby of corporate interests would unduly impact its decision-making. But in the 70s, the Olympics struggled financially. The Montreal Games actually made a loss of almost $1 billion. So the IOC and its new president, Juan Antonio Samaranch, started looking for new revenue streams to become financially independent. His solution would change the sporting world forever. He introduced exclusivity for sponsorship rights. The Games have had some form of sponsorship from their very beginnings, but for many years, anyone who wanted to become a sponsor could arrange some sort of deal. In theory, it was possible for both Coke and Pepsi to sponsor the same Olympics. Samaranch and the team for the 1984 Games in LA changed that. They started selling official global sponsorship and broadcasting rights that had the defining characteristic of being exclusive. Unofficial marketers, who were either not willing or able to pay the money to become an official Olympic partner, were kept out. The move significantly limited the supply of marketing opportunities around the Olympics, and prices for the packages skyrocketed. That revolution had two consequences. First, the IOC made way more money than before. The LA Games made a profit of over $200 million. Its organizer even made it on the cover of Time magazine. And secondly, companies that were no longer official sponsors had to get creative if they still want to be seen at the Olympics. It was the birth of ambush marketing. The IOC describes ambush marketing as a planned attempt by a third party to associate itself, directly or indirectly, with the Olympic Games to gain the recognition and benefits associated with being an Olympic partner. To go back to our Michael Johnson example from Atlanta. Instead of investing millions of dollars to become an official Olympic partner, Nike rather invested somewhere else. In the lead-up to the Games, Nike purchased all available billboards and advertising spaces around the Olympic venues. That way, the swoosh was picked up by TV broadcasts and beamed into the households of billions worldwide. Of course, they leveraged their top athletes like Michael Johnson or Carl Lewis in an almost aggressive commercial.
I'm a runaway son of the nuclear A-bomb.
And Nike even handed out flags to fans, guaranteeing that the swoosh logo would be in full view all over the Olympic venues. But the biggest marketing stunt was building a so-called Nike Center in a 3-story parking garage just outside the Olympic Park. The prime location, including a retail outlet, became a huge visitor attraction. It featured a basketball court, video theater, and hospitality area for Nike's sponsored athletes. Nike's ambush marketing in Atlanta was responsible for the IOC taking a hard line on unofficial brands getting anywhere close to the Olympics. To understand what happened next, we first have to go back to the question of who owns the Olympics. When we say the IOC, that's not entirely true. Nobody can own an event, but what you can own is the right to a name or symbol. Those are protected by intellectual property laws. One example would be trademarks, so the logos that companies use to build their brands. The Olympic properties that the IOC owns are the Olympic rings, flag, motto, emblems, anthem, flame and torch, as well as the name. The IOC requires all member countries to take appropriate steps to protect these properties by law. But that's not everything. As a consequence of Nike's ambush marketing in Atlanta, every country that wants to host the games must now create special laws to protect the event from ambush marketing. One of the first laws of that kind was created in the UK for the London Olympics to prevent people from using innovative ways of making an association with the games. Yes, you heard right. They created laws against, or let's say because of Nike's marketing. These special event laws offer very broad protection to the organizers, sometimes to a ridiculous extent. Ask the butcher from Weymouth, who was given official warnings for putting up depictions of 5 interlinked sausage rings in the lead up to London 2012.
Why are you doing this to me?
I didn't do this to you. You did this to you.
You set me up.
No, I taught you a lesson.
You were not even allowed to combine 2012 and London in one text. So, how did Nike react to these new challenges? On the eve of the London Olympics, Nike launched a video campaign called Find Your Greatness. With this ad, Nike really tested the limits of the laws on ambush marketing. The clip depicted everyday athletes competing in places from around the world named London, except London in the UK, which they could not show due to legal reasons. But the message was clear enough to everyone: athletes performing in London in an ad by Nike. A spokesperson for Adidas, the official sponsor, attempted to downplay Nike's campaign. We have absolutely no issue. London Olympics, Nike launched a video campaign called Find Your Greatness. With this ad,
I taught you a lesson.
You were not even allowed to combine 2012 and London in one text. So, how did Nike react to these new challenges? On the eve of the London Olympics, Nike launched a video campaign called Find Your Greatness. With this ad, Nike really tested the limits of the laws on ambush marketing. The clip depicted everyday athletes competing in places from around the world named London, except London in the UK, which they could not show due to legal reasons. But the message was clear enough to everyone: athletes performing in London in an ad by Nike. A spokesperson for Adidas, the official sponsor, attempted to downplay Nike's campaign. We have absolutely no issue with it at all. There is no sign of ambush marketing. I don't think Nike's ad relates to the Olympics at all. The Adidas spokesperson was probably less relaxed when he realized that the Nike clip went viral and became the most watched ad during the Olympics, easily beating the Adidas campaign. In a study after the Olympics, 37% identified Nike as the official Olympic sponsor and only 24% voted for Adidas. Despite specific laws against them, Nike just did it again. They hijacked the public attention around the Olympics that its official partners paid for. It is a common argument that Nike and other ambush marketers hurt the official sponsors and, in the long term, the Olympic movement itself that relies on sponsorship money. The IOC, as guardian of the Games and leader of the Olympic movement, has to protect the Olympics against ambush marketing. But on the flip side, credit also needs to be given to the creativity of marketing campaigns that reveal the ridiculousness of certain intellectual property protection. Basically, ambush marketing today works like a circle. Exclusive rights are followed by creative marketing, which leads to stricter laws that in turn incite the creativity of marketing teams again. From a moral perspective, it is about finding a balance between protecting free speech and the interests of the Olympic movement and its partners. It all comes down to the question that we asked at the beginning: who owns the Olympics? On paper, it might be the IOC. But the Olympic movement is sustained by a global public goodwill. The Olympics and sport itself can never be owned by anyone but its people, the athletes. We believe everyone should be able to tell their stories about sport, whether it's a local butcher, a powerful sports brand, or some random YouTube channel. If you want to help us create more videos to share our fascination for sports, you can support us on Patreon, like our newest MVP, Eli Eiske.
I won't say nothing fly. I won't say nothing fly.
Man, with the Nike ambush marketing, what's going on?
Man.
You didn't want to say any ticker names?
It was a white brother out here, man, sitting down with a bunch of black rappers. And I'm guessing that the melanated rappers didn't know how important they were to the people. Right? Because, like, even the other Jewish white, the Jewish white guy that kind of disrespected the minister, he be having people on the interview, and I'm like, yo, why don't they just go do interviews on just their own people stuff? But they're signed to a label. So I brought it up to Empras, and I was like, Nike figured that out as far as, yo, the athlete's super important. I was telling Empras, bro, all the American athletes are almost in Nike gear. So you start seeing them, you start thinking the Olympics sponsored by Nike. There's a lot of winning going on.
Yeah, but if you're in it, if you're looking at sports in general, like you'll realize that Nike obviously is not, the only person here. We have Under Armour, we have Adidas, we have Nike.
Got some bros in Puma. Puma sponsoring a lot of people. I know Puma sponsoring the top two winners.
Puma,
Elaine, and
Puma doesn't do any basketball stuff though. I'm really trying to see anything out.
Puma
does soccer.
J. Cole got the Puma shoes.
That's what Puma's doing. Puma has been doing a lot of creative.
Nipsey got the Pumas.
Yeah.
RP Nips. We got the purple.
Yeah, so Puma, that's what they do. They kind of have a specialty and exclusivity with like genuine artists. They always do deals with them and stuff. I know Nike did the Kevin Hart deal. So yeah, it's definitely
Nike go for biggest. Everybody got a niche of people that they target to try to get the brand out. Those
that'd
are
be a good
influencers.
trivia question.
What you mean? Nah, I know what you mean, but I'm saying give me examples.
With Gary V, his shoe. What brand did he do his deal with? So yeah, because that's a very unique one that you rarely hear. I'm trying to figure out, are they even? They're not American. They're Switzerland.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure because I remember seeing the Great Britain flag, one of them little flags on it.
We're not yelling that ticker out.
Nah, I ain't throwing no ticker out.
But yeah, nevertheless, once you actually start paying attention, you realize that Nike literally does ambush marketing. A lot of people, usually aren't sponsored by Nike, but they'll wear the gear, like they'll promote it, and that's what the main thing is. If you are unfamiliar with like sponsorships and all that stuff, when you see shows and the water bottle labels and seals are gone, it's due to no sponsorship deal, so there's no point in promoting this brand. That's
a form of ambush marketing.
Yeah, I don't want to confuse you guys and you guys all go load up on some random water that I don't want anybody really purchasing. It's like, no, there's no incentive to even tell you guys to go purchase this water. This water might make you sick for all I know. So yeah, that's the main thing. A lot of people try not to, freely promote things that they don't really have an incentive to promote, or they just really are like, no, I'm not really behind this 100%. And just drink this water for the time being.
Anything popping, you use it, right? Fidget spinners came out. You throw your logo on a couple fidget spinners. You throwing them out to little kids at the school. That's all, bro.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, just being a child, like, imagine like you're scrolling down
market.
And you see like someone with like the cover art or some type of art that's associated with a major artist. Like a child who's impressionable and does, they're new to the game, just like we were talking about as far as investing in the cryptocurrency in any space with history. Like, you have to realize that there's history behind this, but to a child who's new to the earth, like, they're looking at it like, oh, this must be someone who has something to do with, Kanye or Jay-Z or whoever's artist you use. And that's why a lot of artists will come for you and use their stuff, because they don't want to be associated with you. They don't want anyone to attribute your, way of giving it up, I guess, your brand with their brand, because they feel like, we don't align.
Hey, and people got to take pride in that shit. Right? You got to start taking pride in, what that artist doing, giving it up like that. That's my shit. I'm just telling you, like, if we're going to start saying that they can be weak and they supposed to, the only reason why we were so hard on them, brothers, because we thought that they wanted us to be hard on them because they were never supposed to be weak. If you're telling me that people are supposed to be weak.
Ooh, you touched on the previous GODCAST.
Well, go on. What you saying?
As far as these modern day leaders. Because we have to acknowledge them as leaders, because someone is considering them leaders. But we have to make sure we put modern, because these aren't traditional, clear cut. Like, oh yes, for sure, they're doing the thing as far as a model citizen and a model leader.
Hey, because you got to think about it. People, they came out and people chose, right? Now it's a popularity contest, right? The media or whoever pushes it in front of you, ambush you. People ambushing us with ambush money. You feel me? So we go even with Cardi B, everybody kept on talking about that when she first blew with the Kodak song.
Right.
It was like, bro. And then she told us stories about how much she paid, and people like, look, she paid for her music, and they were like, nah, this is what you're doing. You just pay to get spins. Lil Nas X jobs on there every day. You move up there.
And I'm telling you, I came to that conclusion. If you have children, women, and men knowing who you are, whether it's good or bad, you've won. You've gained the world. You might have lost your soul, but you've gained the world. Like the entire world is aware of who you are and what you're doing, whether it's right or wrong. So ultimately, if that is a big question that I don't know, it's been on my mind, is like, what is it to gain the world and lose your soul? You know, the obvious answer is to lose your entire self, right? But Yeshua, for example, gained the world and lost his soul and ultimately redeemed himself, right?
I wouldn't say in the sense of gain the world, right? Because when we say the world, you know, the world it's used in a weird way, but the way Bob was saying it was if not even just Bob, because it's a parable, right? It's an African proverb. It's everywhere. The meaning of it is popularity. When they say the world, because like I said, the Most High always described different worlds. Even when he said he gave his only begotten son, you feel me, for the world, he was never talking about for the world. So that's the concept right there, right? What is it to gain popularity and lose your soul, right? Those be those people where they're popular in the industry, but outside of it, nobody respect what they do. They did a lot of stuff on the table or whatever.
It's just like you're tolerated, but if it was up to anyone's personal choice to be around you, they would click no in a heartbeat.
So if you have nothing, then you're not really valuable. It's the same thing with a lot of these athletes. They'll play sports their whole life and they don't want to stop because it's like, what do I do next? That's a tough.
They've lost their soul, which is their compass.
You feel me?
Lets you know where to go.
They're no longer a human. So you hear a lot of athletes. They say, "Yo, I hang around people all the time. It just keep me grounded. It just keep me grounded. I'm able to see how regular people still talk and think.
Right.
You fuck around, get around the wrong group too much. Like I said, it's
you
good.
become one track minded, which is very boring. In a sense,
it's
because
good.
It's like, oh, he knows what he knows, but what else? Like, can I talk to you about anything else? No. All right, well, I'm just only gonna see you in this space. Like, I'm out.
You're not looking to discuss nothing.
Yeah, it's just like it's that specialty. It's amazing for what it is in regards to mastery, but when you're trying to kind of have that art of conversation just be beautiful, it's a struggle to do it with someone who's just been one track. You know, they've done one thing all their life. It's
we gotta remain humans, bro. We become persons. Right?
Yeah, the whole thing is to experience. So yeah,
we gotta remain humans, bro.
And let's not get it confused, because I feel like a lot of people think experience is going to other people's countries and feeling bad for them and crying for them and whoop-de-whoop. Like, that's not experience. Experience is like trying new things, learning new things, you know, being able to speak on these things and the lessons that you've learned. Like, those are experiences. It's like, what are you made of? That's only the Western way, though, because in the East, it's completely different. Like, the way I don't even want to keep on going down because I know we gotta run this down. Yeah, so I'm gonna come back though. But in the East, bro, in comparison to in the West, bro, people become corporations over here. And that's the happiness, because I heard a brother from the East, he was like, yo, I've never heard somebody come up and say,
I've been such and such months sober. If you don't drink, you don't drink.
Right.
You feel me? In America, these things are a problem to us because we're so gluttonous, right? We lost our moral compass, like Empress saying. We gained the world, lost the soul. I always tell Empress that, bro, in Jamaica, they didn't have nothing but one cereal. You go in there, you get the one cornflakes. You walk up 10 aisles, one cornflakes. You're not switching nothing up. You're not even thinking too much deep about what cereal you eat now. Now you go to the store, you don't know what cereal to grab.
Yeah, that's the thing. We've got lost in having options to like eating all the options.
And now that made us comfortable in eating options. Before we used to be like, all right, it's the cornflakes. I eat the cornflakes sometimes, but I'm gonna have to have me some oatmeal, some pie. You feel me? You start mixing it up now because it's all you got.
Thing is like, hold on. These options ain't even for you. These not for your microbiome and head blood type. You about to take off 10 years of your lifespan eating this. This is for, someone else that is lacking all these minerals that they have to put into the cereal.
Hey, just because like we always say that everybody is the same. Just kind of do the research on the black body and the white body, like I was saying, where like I always make the joke about
the red blood cells.
You feel me? Lance trying to be black because black people have more red blood cells. This is science shit. So I don't really know. I'm just telling you, go kind of do some research and then like, because I want you to see like what the bodies is made up of, because there's no way a black body is made up of the same thing a white body is made up in the same, and in the sense
the building
of
principles.
You feel me? In the sense of like sulfur. Like we always say the wet dog, John, we throw it out there, we think it's funny. But there may be some reasoning behind it.
Yeah, it's like that smell is not wet dog. Like that's not the scent. The scent is sulfur. That's what they're giving off. And they have their makeup and their build is of a sulfur base, whereas black people or melanated people, to be specific, are based off of a carbon. Is it carbon? A carbon complex. So we were watching cast yesterday, and that was pivotal when the guy said, "What are you building your body out of?" Like it was like, oh snap! What are we doing? We're eating cows and expecting not to look like cows. Like what's going on?
That's all facts. I'm telling you, bro. Even when the brothers was dropping the John back in the conscious community, like KT and the Minister Inky, these type of brothers, all this stuff where they was explaining, bro, fruit, bro, is just water structured different. It's just water, bro. It's just water. And they went to breaking down how much percentage of these fruits is actually just water. Your body is so much percentage just water, right? So we have to really understand the balancing act of food. Because I'm telling you, like, even when people say proteins, it's like, yo, what's the protein? People don't understand a protein is just an amino acid. Like you have to kind of figure out the building blocks of protein to worry about protein. Why you worrying about the big fish? Fry the small fish. It's easy to fry the small fish, and that's what I'm saying. Those small things is what build up, because the amino acid are building blocks. Empress is saying that what you eat is what builds you up. So we got to kind of understand.
Yeah, and like that's the thing. Like it's like fine. We were in a time of war, and this food made sense to survive. But when we looked at this food, it was like, man, I gotta eat this. But man, I can't wait to get home and just get regular food again.
Hey, everybody heard those slavery stories. Everybody said they used to throw the chicken back.
Yeah, exactly. Yes, slavery. Perfect example of like, man, I cannot wait till those are. I would argue that those are one of the desires that we had when we got out of slavery.
Oh, them people took pride in that.
Better diet.
Oh no, they took pride in that.
Our natural diet, food from the ground.
They all had a garden. I'm trying to tell you, OG was saying that his granddad, he want living amazing, but he said, nigga, taking the advice from the medical professional, the brother ended up having 3 or 4 heart surgeries. I'm just telling you, bro, we just gotta get back to nature, and maybe they're right for what they got going on. Who?
I didn't take it because of what the media was saying. I took it because of my doctor told me. And now this guy's walking around with a swollen brain.
See, and the only reason why I give him a slight pass, like I give any of y'all a pass, right? But I'd be like, man, it sucked the down on the nigga. But, right, say you went in there and you had something going on, and all the other little fake professionals couldn't do nothing. And this one professional was like, yo, I could heal that. Bam, bam, and he gets you back right. Next time he throws something out there,
credibility.
You feel me? You almost like, God damn, dog, you did get me right last time.
I'm telling you, that's fine. That's at your discretion. But we all need to understand the through line that these are doctors and they are here to make money. So yes, if you have that, solid connection with your doctor, that gives you peace of mind of him telling you. More power to you. Hey, they reached a 70% mark, by the way. If you guys know what we're talking about, you guys know what we're talking about. If you don't,
mess me up, right? Look up. Like,
if you know, you know.
It's literally a white.
All right, go ahead.
I lost my train of thought.
All right, you can run this. Make sure you keep your train of thought. Like, she lost it already, but she got to keep it.
You put me on the screen?
Nah, I don't know anybody seeing you.
London Olympics are less than 2 weeks away. The stakes are high. There will be cutthroat competition, not just among the athletes and pharmacologists, but also among the corporations and brands that use the games to make their mark. It is not often that advertisers can find television audiences of 1 billion people. So opening bids to be a London 2012 sponsor were set at around the $50 million mark. And just stumping up the cash does not automatically guarantee success. Often, the official sponsors find themselves competing with numerous advertising rivals, ambush marketers who employ guerrilla tactics to crash the branding party that the Olympics have become. The Listening Post's Flo Phillips now on ambush advertising, a competition that can, at times, be less than sporting.
South Africa 2010, the World Cup of football. What they call the beautiful game featured the beauty of guerrilla advertising. The cameras were irresistibly drawn to 36 young women in mini dresses. Orange is the colour of the Dutch brewed Bavaria beer, which had just ambushed the official beer of the World Cup, Budweiser. In 2008, Jamaican sprinter Usain Bolt broke the 100 metres world record wearing a pair of Puma shoes. He let the world, and the official Olympic sponsors Adidas, know it. It's not just footwear. Back in the 96 Games, British sprinter Linford Christie wore contact lenses bearing the Puma trademark, a poke in the eye for official sponsor Reebok.
Ambush marketing at the Olympic Games is taken incredibly seriously. Companies who have paid enormous amounts of money to be sponsors of the Olympic Games are perhaps having their territory invaded by companies that haven't paid any money whatsoever.
Each of the major sponsors for London 2012 has a main rival, what could be called a corporate nemesis. For Coke, it's Pepsi. For Adidas, it's Nike. For McDonald's, there's Burger King. The competition between these rivals can be just as intense as the athletes going for gold.
Lloyd's was the first sponsor to sign up to the Games, to sign up to London 2012. And Barclays, as everyone in London knows, sponsors the bikes, which are everywhere in London. It just goes to show you don't have to sponsor the Games. And actually, a lot of rivals of Olympic sponsors have found ways to sponsor events or things around the Games, around London, that people will see and will have a huge amount of awareness as well.
Nike Adidas is the real hot grab because Adidas are an official partner of the Olympics. Nike have always gone the sort of unofficial route and associated themselves with athletes. They're doing a lot of work at the moment with the athletes that they sponsor. And a lot of them have been tweeting and working on the internet and promoting Nike.
If we go back to Athens 2004, Twitter didn't exist and Facebook was just an idea in somebody's mind. The Beijing Olympics in 2008, social media is very heavily controlled anyway in Beijing. So really, 2012 London is the first summer social media Olympics. Potentially, Twitter could be used for ambushing. And if Twitter can bring down governments in the Arab world, then certainly you can organise an ambush through Twitter.
Except the brand police at major sporting events are a little more organised than certain Arab regimes. Just over a month ago, Denmark's Niklas Bentner tried to ambush the European Football Championships by exposing his underwear and the name of a betting shop. That little stunt led to a fine of €100,000.
Hello, everyone.
The London Organising Committee of the Olympic Games, known as LOCOG, are keeping rogue brands well away from the main venues and the live cameras. In some cases, cordoning off a 1 kilometre brand-free buffer zone around the venues.
Behind me is the Olympic Park. It's the primary site associated with the London Games and one of the biggest.
The designated clean zone here extends well beyond the park itself, into bordering streets and neighbourhoods. Each London 2012 sponsor has spent big money, up to $150 million, all for the privilege of being affiliated with the games. But all it takes is one clever ambush marketing campaign to capture the attention of the media, steal the corporate limelight, and get the lawyers in.
Ambushing is a relatively new phenomenon. So if we look at Olympic Games in past decades, the legislation hasn't been as sophisticated or as complex as it is now. What we're seeing now in London is a much more sophisticated form of legislation aimed at preventing and mitigating the damage caused by ambush marketing.
The government has implemented some very strict guidelines that are enshrined in law. We're talking about using words that are in common language like gold, silver, bronze, or games, or even the numbers 2012. You can't use a combination of those numbers and letters and words to perhaps bring some association with the games. And so that's put a lot of small businesses offside with the organisers.
There's a lot of small companies in East London in the Olympic boroughs who have adopted the Olympic name in their business title. One of them is this small cafe called Cafe Olympic. And they were approached saying, you're violating the Olympic legislation, so you can't have this word Olympic in your business name. So what they've done is instead of paying to rebrand their business and to come up with a new name, they've just painted over the O. So they're now Cafe Olympic. So that's one sort of quirky way of getting around it.
These are sort of media examples which LOCOG want to put out there and people see so that they perhaps back off. But they're really rather soft targets. The big targets will be the big brands who are looking to do some major marketing activity around the Olympics. It's more of a shot across the bows for the major players.
Many of those major players, companies looking for Olympic exposure without spending millions in sponsorship money, have invested in trying to find some creative ways to get around the rules.
Many companies are using the city's iconic status with a sporting association to try and link in with the Olympics but not contravene the rules. So we've had Vodafone with their publicity campaign. We've had On Your Marks campaign by Marks and Spencer. And Subway, of course.
What they've done is to sign endorsement deals with several athletes who will be competing at the Games, and they're using pictures of these athletes, they're using pictures of tracks in an attempt to suggest that in some way they are associated with the Games.
This On Your Marks campaign, which is a fantastic play on, their company name. And one of the images they use with this campaign is a girl wearing M&S heels on a starting block. When you see that ad, you automatically think of the Olympics, especially when you see it across one of their huge stores at Westfield Stratford City, which is right on the border of the Olympic Park. This is a really clever way of making an association with the Olympics without actually violating the rules.
If the Games organisers think that big corporations backed by creative minds are their only ambush threat, they should cast their mind back to Beijing in 2008. Because for athletes, the Olympics are more than a chance to make sporting history. They can be a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to establish their personal brands in front of a global audience.
What happened at the opening ceremony of Beijing in 2008, we had arguably the best-known Chinese athlete ever, a guy called Li Ning, who was asked to carry the Olympic torch at the opening ceremony. What the IOC and Adidas didn't think about is that Li Ning is actually the name of his athlete clothing brand too. So you actually had Li Ning, the athlete clothing brand, the apparel brand, running around the perimeter of an Adidas-sponsored event. And so arguably this was very subtle, but possibly one of the most audacious ambushes ever.
Until the next one, which could be in London. Let the Games begin.
My bad, y'all. But
you take me off?
Yeah, I'm taking you off, bro. The folks should be able to see what's going on, man. We ain't about to spend too much time in here. Like I said, we was coming in here doing this ambush marketing situation, but what y'all got to understand is that this is done every day, right? This is like when they come up with these new little crypto coins and they get these big influencers that tell a couple of their subscribers they got a lot of subscribers. They subscribers starts talking about it. Now you hear it. That's ambush marketing, right? So there's some little simple examples all the time that you can kind of look at just right in your face, right? Mm-hmm. the government use ambush marketing. It's not super deep. So I don't want y'all to be like, oh, so Nike when they no. Twitter, anybody where you can go and you can use influence, you can use some type of leverage besides going through the actual Twitter. Right? They say you can't get paid on Twitter, right? But you find some snazzy way to put ads everywhere, even. Because I seen a brother doing that on Google.
Mm-hmm.
I was searching something on not Google, Brave. I was using Brave and I was searching something. No. I went to Safari. I was on Brave first. There was no ads.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Safari, and this brother John is everywhere. The man got ads everywhere, bro. When I say everywhere, he got ads everywhere. He got a Pinterest. I didn't even know that was him. I clicked on the Pinterest. The Pinterest clicked on him. The Pinterest went to him. Bro, the man is a criminal. He's a criminal, bro. Look, ADA running, ETH running, Tezos running. Y'all don't understand what I tell y'all about the psychology of traders. It's psychology, bro. So don't worry about Tezos not running, but they running. Well, where we are right now? 305, right? We started the cast at $3. So even though they say they're down -2, that's why they saying that they're not running, because they just ran up. That's why they just ran up. You know, that always happen, right? When somebody run up and then they go down, they go down 1%, and you say, yo, they down. Yeah, they down. Whatever you say. But they were just at like, I think $2 flat. So they doing some work. Luna,
and
right
while
on.
you're looking at it being down, someone else is looking at it as a retest.
Oh my gosh.
And
This is a nice buy point, because look, there's people smarter than him that bought at $5. That's what I'm trying to tell y'all about these plays, bro. People was buying buying Tezos on some shit like, yo, Tezos at $5 right now. I'm gonna let it run. Look, Luna is up $16. 16%. 18%. I wouldn't stay in, look, negative 55%. Look, Waves running. QTUM running. Look, these are all, bro, you don't even understand what these are, bro. These are all bros that's competing with the bro. Who this is? BTC.
Where?
These small niggas, BTC2 niggas. Who those guys?
Fork number 2 of BT Bitcoin Cash.
Look, T-Pay. T-Pay ain't doing good, nigga. T-Pay down 5%. I wouldn't buy T-Pay. Like I said, bro, if you can't get it on a major, bro, I'm not buying it. And the reason why I'm not is because, like, sometimes you can, right? If you know crypto, if you're a crypto investor, you shall do what you shall may. Meaning whatever you think you should do, we'll do it. But
you're a beginner,
don't do it, because the reason why vet running.
And what are you saying? Don't do it to, because you seem to have a background in the psychology of things.
All right, if you want to see returns, bro, because let me explain to the folks how this work, right? In order to buy a lot of these coins, you got to go on the Binance Smart Chain, right?
Mm-hmm.
On the Binance Smart Chain, you know, Binance don't take US dollar, right? So it's a weird situation where you got to have another wallet going to another wallet going to another wallet.
Wait, so Binance.us isn't?
Binance.us whack, and they don't have none of these coins, these little small boys.
So there is one, but it's high fees, right? It's not really worthwhile.
It's I think they bought the same, but they just ain't got no coins.
The same to what, Coinbase?
I think they got like 50 coins.
Oh, I see.
Yeah, so I think they bought the same price as they Big Daddy.
Okay.
The Binance.us, but yeah, they not.
Yeah, I was really speaking in light of like this human psychology of like, all right, hey you, I know you want to be like the next Bitcoin thing, right? So you're going for these small cap meaning pennies, not even pennies sometimes, cryptocurrency stocks, whatever the case is. And you're like, yeah, if I get in early, you know, I'll eventually be a billionaire. But it's like, why do you insist that this one is going to be it? There's multiple small caps. Why is this one it? And your whole thing is, well, I'm in a couple of them actually. And why are those couple? Well, like, why are you trusting those 3 or those 2 or whatever the case is?
Hey, even if you got a bag of 100, why you chose those 100?
Yeah, it's like, are you just hoping that these go up, or do you have some type of analysis that you've done and you're like, yeah, these are for sure going to go up? I see them on multiple exchanges, or like, what is your answer to that question? If you don't have an answer to that question, you are in a troubling state, and you need to try to find a way to exit stage left as soon as possible.
Nah, because the exit stage left is to lose more money. I told you,
when I said as soon as possible,
you got to send it to the wallet. It ain't no soon as possible. You kind of stuck. That's why it's kind of risky to get these super small caps, because if there's nothing that's promised, you shouldn't be in those. Like I said, it's always good to have a couple, but just like Empress is trying to explain, why those couple? That's the only thing we want to figure out. It's not that it's bad, or even bad or good to get some small caps, but you know, me and Empress kind of separated it from like experienced traders to like beginners. Because when you're a beginner, you think everything is going up, but you don't understand VET. You don't know about Tezos. You don't know about any of these other little things that may be running, that may be look like VET is. How much cents VET is? VET went down to 8 cents. The fact that it's green, it got to be at least 10 cents right now. It's still at 8 cents. So that means that it was at, and it's only up plus, so it ain't up nothing really. It ain't up nothing yet. Just peep what's going on, bro.
What time is
These are the type of small caps that I would say you can get in safely. Why would I say that? Because you can buy VET on crypto.com. Crypto.com is a big bro. Crypto.com is sponsoring, I think they're in a sponsorship with the UFC. I think they're in a sponsorship with the UFC, so they got some stuff coming.
And like, to even add to that, like, you have to stay active in this world of like trading, whether it be crypto or whatever the case is, because we were on Twitter when we seen the survey that went out trying to figure out whether they should put Doge or SHIB on the crypto.com. So yes, crypto.com is like a syndicated exchange. They have a lot of, you know, legit coins on there that, you know, you can get some gains from.
A lot of legit. Matter of fact,
they
I don't want to cut your bill, but they so legit that a lot of the bros that I be wanting to get into, I can't get into them because I guess they're so low. They're like, I ain't putting them on it. But something like VET, because if you go do the research on VET, they everywhere. They vetted.
VET isn't VeChain.
That's VeChain.
Okay, that's VeChain. All right.
They vetted.
So VET is the ticker for VeChain. Okay.
You have to look at VeChain because look, this ain't even nothing big to us or nothing big to crypto, but this is, you got to understand about how you say that word when people get on shit.
Zell?
No. A. It's an A word. They like shit and they pick up the new ways.
Acclimated?
Yeah, that's the word, but I want the other A word. That's just like acclimated. And if a nigga trying to get acclimated to something, then what does he do? Adoption.
Oh, right? Adaptation.
All right. So that's what you got to do with you when you in this market. Why am I saying that? Because, bro, and matter of fact, I don't even want to go there yet because I want to stay on crypto.com. I need to come back to that.
Are you going intermediate with it now?
Yeah, to see, I was about to jump somewhere. But
okay, because I just wanted to add with the whole SHIB like frenzy. I know people think like, all right, this is something that's going to eventually go. I don't know the psychology of it. I don't understand why people feel like this is going to go. But one of their, you know, assumptions could be like, well, you know, a few people have it on the exchange or whatever the case is. And it's like, yeah, because you guys are buying into it. But it doesn't mean that this is like a vetted, you know, coin and this is going to pan out the way you would think it is in regards to growing like a Bitcoin or whatever the case is. It's just like, no, they did a survey. Majority of the people said SHIB. They're trying to get SHIB on crypto.com and they put SHIB. Like, that's what the demand was. But it's like, we don't know who the demand, like who responded to the survey, like how intelligent they were. Like, there's no like, yeah, these were the top investors requesting this one on here.
And that's the main thing, right? Because it's I don't know. I really don't know how big it could be. Matter of fact, are we able to see the performance of it right now?
SHIB? Where would it be at?
Look at that and all them boys. All right, back out a little bit. Let me see the different. Yeah, this sounds weird. Yeah, you can actually search it up there, actually.
SHIB?
Yeah. Now see what them brothers looking like. Bro, they're almost done. They're almost done. Empress, can you show me them? No, that's pointless to show. They don't have any more. They're not worth any cents. They got 6 little 0, 0, 0, 0, 0. Can people see that?
Let me control.
This is what I'm telling y'all about getting in this shit. This is why I tell y'all about getting in this shit. Look how much sats this is. Look how stupid you look next to some sats. Nigga sat you next to some sats, you look crazy. Look how much sats this man got, babe.
Where?
Right under his 0.00006 number.
Oh, not even one.
This man ain't even got one sat, bro. Do you know what one sat is, bro?
Sat is a ticker for Satoshi, which is a coin that is pretty much the derivative of Bitcoin. Yeah?
No. Sats?
Satoshi.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Are you saying that's a derivative? Why are you saying that it's a derivative?
Is it derivative? Is that the right word? Whereas they use that to kind of break down Bitcoin to its smallest number?
You can't use derivative in that form then. See, Empress super smart. She went to school. But I was going to say it's the smallest form. It's the meme of a Bitcoin. It's the idea of a Bitcoin, right? You add up sats to get to one Bitcoin. Bitcoin is the production, right? And Satoshis are the meme. It's the pictures. It's every time you get a different picture or a different idea to continue to build up to this big gigantic thing, which is a Bitcoin.
Eloquent, you said.
You feel me? So, Empress, what about that time you brought up the numbers? I don't even think they know how bad this is.
As far as a conversion?
Like, how can this go up? Like, what could happen to be like, yo? Like, so what happened if this coin zeroes out? They can come back from zeroing out?
If there's a brave enough.
Look where the coin at. Look, the coin is only on 2 exchanges, damn near. Except for the little funny exchange when they just put it on crypto.com.
Wait, where you see the exchanges at?
I see Binance right there, right under it. Oh, and those are the pairs that they got. And this hit BTC. What the hell is these, bro? Look, babe, look at the liquidity. Look at the liquidity.
Where?
On the hit BT, right there on that side. No, it's on that same the exchange block.
Wait, 2% liquidity, guys.
Yo, you can't take money out even if you wanted to. So say you went up. That's what I'm saying. People don't even be thinking about liquidity. Niggas just be in shit, just to be in shit. That's why we trying to.
We have to go check on one of our buddies. Because one of our buddies bought a lot.
He had 1 million of them. But you know how much it is to buy 1 million of these though?
Nothing.
Bro, these is a 0.00000. Bro.
Not even.
Hey, but the brother probably bought when it was a cent. Or maybe he said he waiting for 1
where
cent.
was it up here? 21, babe. And how many zeros is that? 4? 0, 0.
Oh, it's the same
zeros.
shit damn near.
Yeah.
Nah, but this is all time.
This is all right.
Yeah, this is all time. Man, SHIB sucks. SHIB sucks. So y'all didn't even go up to 1 cent, even close to 1 cent. It was just a lot of fake volume.
Yep. This looks like one of those taped.
Bro, look how much supply is out there.
Yeah.
But
and
then look at the max.
Huh? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Nah.
All right.
That's
less. So that makes sense. Okay. Man, because I was about to cry.
How is that even possible? Is it because of what Vlad did?
I was about to cry for y'all, boy. I was about to say, man, there's so much burnt token out there. They created some more tokens Talking about the max is this. Dang, I guess the token's burnt.
Yeah, all right. So something derived, resulting from, or employing derivation, copied or adapted from others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But I didn't want to, because you heard that copied, or I don't like that word. You feel me? Because it's not copied. It's just the smallest. It's like having a dollar and a nigga being like, "Yo, you got some sense? You don't copied me. You think you got money, bro? You a copycat, bro. I got some sense." And then
Adapted from others? Yeah, it's not an adaptation of Bitcoin.
Nah.
Is it? No, right? Because Bitcoin is Bitcoin, but now it's like, all right, we have to break it down to the smallest of decimals. And Satoshi comes about.
Because that's brand name, right? So you say, okay, well, that's the meme. That's why I kept on saying that's the meme.
What is Satoshi?
Nakamoto.
Nakamoto.
Right.
Is that the same name from Altered Carbon? Very similar.
To Takashi, yeah, something similar, because I remember we thought he was Takashi.
Are they both Japan or Japanese?
I would say this brother is more so Chinese. They said
okay.
They say, but you know, I think this the African dude. I ain't gonna lie. You feel me? I can't even lie. But if it is that brother, shout him out. Is the name person used? Yeah, that's a pseudonym.
All right, but yeah, that's what. Okay, because I just heard you running down some numbers, and that brought up the PE ratio.
Nationality Japanese is claimed.
Okay, so Japanese. Whoa, what just happened to me?
No!
Man, so many little hiccups.
That brother right there died.
Yeah.
I ain't never seen that legend die in a little minute. I was just saying the other day, I was like, man, we fought while it was dying to never let it die. While it was dying, bro, we fought to never allow it to die.
Yeah, babe, but two things: the PE ratios and was it IPO? We had a video up, and you was like, "Babe, I see you about to run a video," and I was like, "Yeah, I kind of want to save this for the PE ratios and IPO stuff." You good? You not good?
Nah, I don't even know what's going on. Actually, what's going on is they don't have my John in here. I was wondering what's going on.
That's what you're for?
Yeah. They don't got me in, so I'm trying to figure out, did somebody run off with the sack?
Bro.
Is the sack took?
Your Wi-Fi.
Is the sack took?
Oh,
maybe that's what it was. Maybe I went off the Wi-Fi and they like, yo, I ain't letting nobody just walk back in this account. Yo, Empress, what we got? Because I know we about to finish up in a little bit. All right, plow. That's why I love you. Because you about to run something.
Oh, yeah. But yes, guys, if you're looking at the screen right now and you haven't made sense of what we're doing, this is pretty much all the exchanges that Shibu Inu is on. And yeah, you can do this with anybody. As far as the coins, we highly recommend CoinMarketCap just to kind of get your fundamentals down and kind of get a gist of everything. It's really convenient as far as having all or majority of the coins that are in existence on the cryptocurrency network. So yeah, let's do another one just so you guys don't think we're shilling for Shibu Inu and cause a lot of confusion. I'm just gonna go to Bitcoin because we are unspoken Bitcoin maximist over here.
Walking with Bybt 246.
But yeah, all right. So market, go down here, and yes, it goes on. It's available everywhere almost. There are over 100 exchanges have some form of BTC that you can purchase, whether it be pairs, individually. Yeah, it's everywhere. Binance, Coinbase, Huobi, which is possibly an Asian market. Bitrex, Binance.us. We just spoke about them, and you know they don't have that many coins on there, but They have some available. No one really likes to play with Binance.us. FYI. Bitflyer. Bitfinex. Bitfinex got to be an Asian one too.
Man, finally got back in, bro.
You good?
Yeah, we back in.
Okay. KuCoin is another platform.
Yeah, Bitfinex. I know a lot about Bitfinex. Like a lot of these brothers out here, these are leverage boys. But what you notice about BTC is it's everywhere.
Yes.
Right? And if you go do that same thing for like a SHIB or any of these other coins, you'll see like they're not really in a lot of markets, bro.
Yeah, this SHIB is available and take it off already. Hold on 1 second.
I was about to say, and then when you go, read that. Though they're showing you the pairs.
It might.
They're showing you the pairs.
Is this right? BTC?
Yeah. But that's confusing, right?
Yeah, I think I'm in the wrong one. Yeah, I'm in the wrong one.
Okay, we're still on BTC.
All right, we're back. Still 100. Top 100. Oh, so these are all Uniswap and those boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
that's what I was gonna show y'all.
Decentralized.
Look, Shiba Swap, altcoin trader. Fuck is these? My bad for cursing, but what is this?
CoinW.
Toko crypto. What is this nonsense?
Yeah. So with these, if you are unfamiliar with the Uniswap,
H-coin. Fat BTC.
These are all just decentralized companies that just have like
click on Coin Super. Let the folks see what Coin Super about.
Where's Coin Super?
D Coin, H Coin. What's wrong with these fellas, bro? Y'all on these websites, bro? Getting y'all coins, bro. This is risque business right here, bro.
Yeah, look, Giro Coin.
Oh, but we looking for Giro Wallet though.
Giro.
Yeah, you remember the Giro Wallet? Giro Wallet doing.
That's how you pronounce it.
Oh, Giro Wallet.
Giro.
It's Giro Wallet.
Is Giro Wallet the same thing with Giro Coin?
Nah, that's Giro Coin.
Okay. But yes, as far as
but like people gotta stop doing this too. My bad for fucking you up. But look what they doing.
They're everywhere.
No, they're trading their BTC for Tokyo nonsense. ABBC. ETH. They trading ETH for shit. I ain't knocking that. Basid for BTC. Giro for fuck.
But the thing is, these seem like a lot of decentralized people.
Yeah, I'm not knocking that, but why are they trading it for BTC?
Niggas don't want to be tracked, right? They'll risk it.
No. Why are people buying BTC to trade that BTC? You shouldn't trade BTC for shit coins. Like you shouldn't exchange your BTC pair for a shit coin. I see if you are
like a Jera or Basid.
You shouldn't use none of these boys, bro.
Guild games, play fuel.
It should be no reason why a human ain't got some Bitcoin say, you know what, my Bitcoin ain't that worth that much. Let me get some Basids. That's gonna fall before Bitcoin fall.
Bitcoin is literally the universal coin, and that's the issue. Is like some people are in this to play games. Some people are in here to purchase NFTs. So in their mind, BTC isn't anything, and it's so sad to even think that someone would think like that.
You seen your homeboy purchasing some NFT earlier?
Cool.
He's not your homeboy, but one of our brothers we watch, the Banter family, giving out NFTs.
For real?
Yeah.
Oh, that's what he was doing with the zombie or whatever. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was slightly confused. We didn't really finish that, but yeah. As far as these go, they don't understand the importance of BTC. BTC is like giving your yacht away or something just extremely valuable.
I give my yacht away in 2 seconds. That's it gonna go down.
Yeah, that's why I said or something extremely valuable because
it's like giving your gold away.
Oh, good one.
Your gold can't really lose no value, nigga.
Perfect.
You feel me? Like your gold is your gold.
Yeah,
bro.
it's like literally throwing your gold. Like you have ball like spherical shaped gold, and you're just throwing it at people like it's a piece of paper or something.
Cause you gotta understand, like because a lot of people that's in this, like, because I don't think people understand that BTC, bro. People that's in this shit, bro, made their money already. They on this other level where they like, yo, this gonna be bigger than all the money I made. The reason why they think that is because they don't look at the prices on these exchanges. Empress, would you be able to show them like the different price for BTC on the exchange? Like, exactly. What's it on there? They'll all be relatively the same.
Look, gaming. Crypto sportsbook online.
Oh yeah, they say that's coming big.
Earn crypto when you sleep.
You know, we spoke.
This a leverage one?
We spoke about that. I don't really know about that one, but yeah, I would.
Yeah, when I say
imagine.
leverage, I'm talking about the ones that like Big Boy was just talking about.
Nah, it's though, like big boy always talking about leverage sites, but what these are is like pools where you staking.
Yeah, you making it your BTC grow, right?
Yeah,
or you're putting it to work.
Yeah. So that's why a lot of people like to stake, right? And I was telling Empress the other day, I was like, Luna got a staking program because they got the Luna coin, right? That's a stable coin, and you can buy the Luna stable coin and you can stake that. And like we were saying, they usually lock you in a contract for like 6 months or whatever the situation is, but you just got it sitting there. It could be growing. Me, I don't try to leverage my John. If you don't have like 5 BTC, I don't think you should be staking BTC.
Yeah, like what are you doing?
Yeah,
Stop playing.
Don't be.
That's like trying to. You playing it too close.
Yeah.
You playing yourself right now because you playing it way too tight.
You listening to the wrong people.
You'll be wrecked.
Get back around your peoples, bro.
Yeah.
You feel me?
But
So,
it's a nice goal to attain.
It's definitely, and that's why I was giving out smaller ones and ones that you feel me, that we see potential in growing. Right. So the Luna pool, bro, I could see that being a nice pool. Like I said before we tell y'all to do anything in certainty,
we want to let you guys know that we are not financial advisors.
So,
and this advice is, given. Go ahead.
This advice is given while smoking a herb spliff. So, bro, don't
Stay highly educated.
Take everything I say with a grain of salt. And you know, with a grain of salt make glass. So take that bit very, very lightly.
Because the broken glass can really, really put you in a predicament.
Just think about it.
Babe, really quick, because I don't see it on here. So now I'm trying to figure out. This has to be a stock thing only, right? Is it price to earning, principal to earning?
Oh yeah, the PE ratios.
Yes. What is that about?
People like looking at PEs because that shows it's like almost the raw performance of the stock. Actually, go to let's give them a pull up because I like doing it.
Should we do Robinhood on Robinhood? Which one? Because you got the technical analysis, right?
Yeah.
And you're gonna do it on stock or crypto?
Oh, you just go to anything. Okay. Anything really.
So is this our grand opening? I mean our grand closing? Okay. Wait, people.
You can do it on anything. Yeah, but that's what a lot of people worry about.
Riot MicroStrategy?
Nah. Heard the brothers talking about shorting Robinhood, so I want to see.
You see the John? No, this isn't it. Wait, Hood?
Oh, Robinhood Market, that's them.
Wait, it was at 52? We just seen it at a way lower price than this. We just seen at a lower price, right?
But look though. Look at after hours.
Oh, up 11. Wait, so someone trading right now, babe? Because we literally just looked at it and it was not at 52.
No, babe, this is after hours. Remember when I bought when I bought AMC Live on the cast? We went on Cash App first, right? And we said, and that's what I just went on. And we said, man, why is it so low over here? And I said, Empress, go on Robinhood. And it was up on Robinhood. It was at 37. I was like, yo, let's buy. Let's try to get this 32 buy point over here. You feel me?
Cash App, right? Okay.
So we understand how Cash App give it up sometimes. We even remember when BTC was falling, how Cash App was moving. We were like, man, I'm going to Cash App. But what I ain't even gonna throw. But bro, I'm telling you, there's ways to wig this out.
History,
see,
right?
And why?
Because they just had their initial public offering.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, they're like
so there's no
3 days old.
So there's no performance.
Mm-hmm. All right, so let's go to Micro, Tesla.
Hey, OG was asking me about shorting them though. Can I see a little bit more on the chart?
Okay, hold on.
Yeah. Oh, it's not only showing them boys. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I want to see a little bit more.
Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, so what is the price to earnings ratio? The price to earnings ratio is a ratio for valuing a company that measures its current share price relative to its per share earnings. The price to earnings ratio is also sometimes known as the price multiple or the earnings multiple.
Mm-hmm.
So,
and like I said, the main thing I said, like I always use short words, and I be telling Empress I don't use biblical definitions, so that's why we pull up the definition, not because we don't know it, but just because you just want the people to kind of see. Yeah. But what I was explaining though, with this, it's all about performance. Your performance is judged based on your earnings, right? If you performed well during the quarter, your earnings shows, and people like to get behind those companies. When companies perform well during earnings call, you'll usually see that a couple days or a week or a month leading up to it. It was usually a week because people were short-sighted, but leading up to it, everybody, when I say everybody, I mean everybody is trying to figure out where they're gonna land. Some people may have got news, they finished up. You feel me? So performance is super important. And I wanted to bring up a couple, bro, that got earnings coming up.
all right, so here's the chart there.
All right, so ticker symbol SKYT, they had earnings yesterday. Announced quarterly earnings of negative 15 cents per share, missing expectation by 200%. You don't have to ask me if that stock fell. It did, right? Shell, they announced they shit. They was up 36 cents, beating earnings call, right? So they beat earnings call. So if you're gonna look at them, they went up. They did a little performance. Sometimes weird things happen, so I don't want you to continuously use this. There is a through line as this usually happens, but there is those times that outliers because they're not on the through line, right? So you gotta always be mindful of that. And then it's a couple earnings coming up. I wanted to tell y'all about some other ones. Where's my cash app, boys?
Johnny, you want a big screen? All right, babe. So you want to look at this? This is Robinhood on Webull.
All right, Whiting Petroleum has an upcoming earnings report on when the market closed on Wednesday, August 4th. Right. Tread Up. There's another bro. August 10th. They got an earning call. Let me go show y'all Tread Up right now. Okay. Because I know these boys right here, they're gonna outperform their earning. They're gonna outperform their earning calls easy. I'm not even gonna flex to y'all. Let me show y'all what they did today though, because I know they up at the top, but they have to be. Let me see. I ain't see them all day. They might be all the way at the bottom. Negative 700.
Up and down. What is it? What's it in there?
I'm not following them, so I have to go check it.
I'm not logged in.
I'm not following them, so I gotta go check
it.
All right. Yo, it's good, OG.
Big girl, I'm just getting Nigga been trying to, you feel me?
Getting it in.
Yeah, man. Trying to get right, brother.
Hey, that's what it's about, man.
Ain't no sleep.
Ain't no sleep. Hey, all right. So, ticker symbol is. Let me get you ticker symbol up this, because it's down. So I want to show you this TDUP.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. All right. So look. We look at that. Oh, zoom out a little bit. And you on the 4 hour. Ooh, this is looking. It's looking testy.
The runs at what? 107?
No, yeah, exactly. So it's a lot of down pressure, but I'm seeing a buy coming in soon.
Mm-hmm. The momentum is steady.
Mm-hmm. Look at the RSI. That was super low. So
RSI is under. So
over.
Overbought.
Nah, they oversold right now.
Oversold. That's not gonna make sense to me for a little minute. That sounds so contradicting. Over and then sold.
You sold too much, so now you don't have nothing left for you.
You sold too much, so you fell to the bottom.
Yeah. So like when you sell off everything, you don't have anymore. So now people start selling it back to you. So they bought it.
They overbought.
And they keep
so
on
when
buying.
you're overbought, you're up top. Okay, I understand that one. Overbought, you're up top. Oversold?
You at the bottom because you sold all the way down. You was all the way at the top and you kept on selling, but you sold too much now. So now you have to find a balance. Stocks always tend to find a ma'at.
That's why they always say what goes up must come down.
Always finds that ma'at. So eventually, nigga, it's gonna have to recorrect, right?
So it's just the law of the Libra scale.
Right. So when you see people overselling their stuff, like look at the overbought. You see how high it was?
Right here?
The peak. And I'll go back. Where the one that it peaked at Blau. It peaked right there at 63. From there on, it was downhill. Look, because that's the high. Look, no, go back. It was a high set right there on that candle that you're on.
What, the $29? I see. It's $22
And
right now.
and it's a low set on this candle. No. It's a high because you see the price right there, and you see the wick. This is the highest wick on this because this is the 4 hour. This is the 26th that you're on right now. This is the 26th.
And today is the 3rd. 4th almost.
Today got to be the 4th, right? Because it was.
Somewhere. Let me see. The 3rd.
The 4th. Today Wednesday. Today earnings call for the bros I just told you about.
Okay.
So you see what I told you about oversold though. You oversell, you hit a new low.
Okay, and you're saying if you're oversold, which means people are like, I'm selling pretty much. And your momentum is steady. It's really a cloudy judgment, right?
In what sense?
Because it's like there's no momentum of it going upward and someone buying, or the momentum is really buy or sell.
So then you turn into accumulation. So it may not be the immediate spring, meaning that it may run up a little bit,
or it may run down. So you have to wait till it runs up or down to kind of make your decision. All right, and that is a UOS. That's the oscillator.
Which one? Yeah.
The momentum.
Yeah.
And then RSI lets you know if it's overbought or oversold. If it's oversold, you usually have a potential buy-in point. You can buy a dip.
Because because right here it's kind of tricky, right? Because look how ugly the MACD look.
I'm still trying to understand the MACD right now.
Just look how ugly it looked though. Don't you worry
it's
about
choppy because this is stocks, right?
You never seen a MACD look like that. It's not even about stocks. We just don't usually see MACDs that look like this.
Yeah, the pressure is not being applied at all. Like a man with bald spots.
You feel me? But you don't want to be confused to think that there is not a lot of pressure why I'm saying that, because look, they started off small, and this last one was big.
Oh yeah, for sure.
And that's a bearish divergent. When you see the blue and anytime you see something separate, that's a divergent. Whatever is on top, that kind of shows what's happening, right? So if you see two bros going in opposite direction, nigga, they diverted and they got beef, right? And whoever is on top, nigga, he's taking everything and everybody with him, right? So if you see a bullish divergent, nigga, you may want to jump in that bit, nigga, and hold on to something, because you feel me, you taking this ride with the bull, right? And you and no, go back. It's gonna cross over before this. Watch. No, just you gotta go back. You gotta go back. All right. You see how the blue crossed the yellow at the bottom?
Which one?
On the MACD.
Okay.
That's a sell.
Wait.
Right?
Which one?
The blue crossed the yellow on the MACD. That's a sell symbol. When the blue crosses the yellow at the bottom, that's a sell. When the yellow passes the blue at a top, hold on, that's a sell? Yeah. All right, so boom, boom. I'm fucking up. When this bro crossed this bro right here, right? You're looking to buy. I'm fucking up. My bad.
All right.
When
so,
the blue crosses,
the orange says histogram down. What does that mean to kind of help remember, like when you're looking at it? Why is it saying histogram down?
Because that's the down. The same way you look at the rune and you see the down and the up. That's just kind of, that's kind of just more easier way for you to be like, all right, this is the down trend, this is the up trend.
Okay. So with the histogram up, why isn't there anything? And then with the CCC, what is that?
The histogram up is what you'll look at as far as these little squares and shit. Yeah. Look, you see how you went over one?
Yeah, and it popped up.
All right. Bam. You see that?
So it went from negative 0.42 to negative 0.35 to point. So is this pressure?
It's losing.
It's losing the down dip point, and it's going back up.
So that's why they told you to buy right there before all this shit even happened.
Right here?
Yes.
No, this is the cross.
No.
This one?
That's the exact cross at the bottom.
Okay.
If you zoom in, if you zoom in, you'll see when the blue line actually goes under the yellow. Because look, go back one. They're on top of each other right there. Right? The blue's still kind of on top, but right there,
it's defined.
Right? So now you say, okay, now I'm in the play. And look, at that spot, go back to that spot, you could have got the lower point at the point that you just said. Go back one candle. Right? That's where it hit the low.
Right.
But it would have been kind of tricky because it could have, because look, but
it's a cloudy judgment.
Now let's just do candles, right? Take all the can you just where is the eye at? There used to be an eye so you can turn them off, bro. Nevertheless, let's just look at the candles and not use the indicators, right? Zoom out a little bit. Zoom out a little bit. All right, now look at these candles, right? It's in a green trend, right? You see, and this is what we call.
Wow, this is an uptrend.
This is a bull trap.
Oh.
This is the exact bull trap.
Because it's in an uptrend, but you have a whole bunch of red candles.
And look what the first thing we hit you with. Nothing but pressure. The first one that we hit you with was a big ass green block.
This one.
No. The first one, but the first sign of
downtrend?
Nah, green trend.
Okay.
Look how we started. Look how we started off. Right? He started way down there and just pushed up. Right after we just came out of the red. Cause look, a nigga was in a cell. The last cell boy showed you green. So go back one. He showed you green. He the last cell nigga, but he ended up being green. But you could have told that this was coming because of what? Go back. I'm just saying. Right now, this is candle reading. Go back. Drag everything back. Yeah, drag everything back so people can see what I'm saying. All right, stop right there. You see the last green that you on that's in the red? before it flips over to becoming the green.
Mm-hmm.
If you go back to the red, so now go back to where the red started.
Mm-hmm.
Look at those little red candles. Go to that one, go to the next one. 2 small boys.
Yeah.
Go to the third one. That's a green one though, nevertheless.
Mm-hmm.
And he's bigger than the first 2 red.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now look at the 4.
Hold on though. Is it determining? All right, because first and foremost, this is a stock. Secondly, we are on a 4-hour job.
Nah, stocks ain't nothing. Right now, you're reading candles. It ain't about nothing. But what are you trying to figure out? Let me
as far as like the candle build up. So you're saying, all right, boom. It was in the, all right. So right before that, it was in the uptrend, right? You see those little greens, green, and then
that's another bull trap.
Yeah. So right.
Nothing showed you to buy. Look at the MACD. The MACD didn't tell you to buy. The stochastic didn't tell you to buy.
No indicators.
Nothing told you to buy.
Okay.
Nothing. Look down. Like if you go back,
yeah, you would definitely buy in here if you were just based off candles because
hell no. Why?
No, because if you're seeing this candle, and then this candle, you're like, oh, for sure, this is a potential buy zone to get in.
But you already bought right way back here at when it pushed up. Why would you be buying when it got down here?
Oh wait, no, you're only buying right there if you have these indicators. But if you don't have the indicators and you have just candles,
you're buying when the candle is the most green, right? When are you buying?
No, you sell right here, right? This is where you sell at.
How do you know that that's the top?
You don't, and that's what I'm saying.
So nobody sells right there. That's not a good example. I've never seen nobody sell at the top of this number. I don't even know who got these numbers up here. These numbers are imaginary.
But somebody sold because it went all the way down here, right?
The next candle sold. The next candle that was made started up above that number that you're talking about. The next candle block is up above where the green finished. So not the wick of the green, but where the green finished circling in, the red is above that.
Right.
So that's what I'm telling you. So it went up and then it went down. So that's how you figure out that you're not in the fucking, that's how you figure out that you got. That's the guy that sold. The nigga that got in next and said, yo, I'm out of here. Because he's been waiting on his plate. But like I'm saying, just reading the actual motherfucking candles, look what you see. If you see one green candle and you see all this red pressure, that's what telling you what? You said buy. Rightfully so. Because it's clearly in a down. I wouldn't rush to buy, but it's clearly in a downtrend. So I'll be trying to figure out when is the bottom. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Here, the third candle, it's still uptrend. Fourth candle goes to a downtrend. Yeah, okay.
You feel me? It's clear though, because after that one green, it was 3 reds. You don't need the parabolic. You don't need none of these trends. You don't need none of the clouds.
Within what? Okay, so one.
You could change it to the 30-minute. Like it's not gonna change though.
4, 5. So 5. That's 20 hours. That's what, two market days of in the downtrend, and then you.
Cause look, they got somebody. They got somebody, bro. Look, that's the highest that it's been. The next high that we just showed over there was 29. They got somebody right there, bro.
Yeah.
And the nigga that came next, nigga that took his little bullshit money under the 31, because he didn't get the 31. You feel me? Can you go to the top of that red candle? Where did he end up getting that? He got that 30 though. You feel me? OG got that 30. And he got almost close to 31.80. And he was out of there. He didn't lose nothing. Even if he got at the top and bought 31.80. He was out of there, nigga, by 30.67. He ain't lose nothing major. But think about the brother that said, man, because nobody gonna leave on the first candle. Because look how the second candle started out. Nothing but an uptrend because it's nothing on. Come on, Empress. You see what they're trying to trick you. But now that you see that it's red, you start thinking, oh, it started at the top. And then it came to the bottom and hit everybody and went back up on their ass. And then the third nigga said, all right, I'm out.
And that's a whole nother span of time, right? Or that's okay, that's the original candles. I'm sorry, I was over here looking.
All right, now go to the 30 though. Because I'm gonna show you what changes. Go
This
to the 30-minute. No, the 30 minute. Yeah. To show you what changes. The candle setup is not gonna change. As when I say the setup, I'm talking about like you reading the candles. The setup is gonna change because there's gonna be more candles printed on the shorter span. All right, so zoom out a little bit or zoom in, whatever you want to do. All right, so that's pretending to be an uptrend. Look at the pretend uptrend. Go back. Just where did the pretend uptrend start? Look, another trap.
Yeah.
You shouldn't be in this play. If I'm an investor, I'm not in this play. This is a trap every time.
Downtrend, uptrend. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 times 30 minutes is 3 hours. It's in an uptrend, and then it goes into a downtrend for 1, 2, 3.
Nah, hold on. Where you started at?
Right here?
Nah,
Oh, no.
yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 4 hours.
And then it goes into a super up randomly.
And is that a new day? What time is that? 4 o'clock. So yeah. And then the next morning.
And then randomly a nigga wake up and see this and say, yo, let's pump.
Yep.
And then look.
Pumps till 11 a.m. And then, it's still an uptrend. So it's no longer pumping, but, you see the secretion.
People trying to make their money and get out.
Yeah, they're trying to fill it up, get more people in.
Because we out in a little bit.
Yep. And then by 10 o'clock the next morning, it gets ugly.
Hey, and now look at this. You see under the chart that we're looking at, there's
a rune.
No. Don't even go to the rune. The things that's right above the rune.
Oh, the super trend line?
No, it's right above the rune.
Oh, the volume.
Yes.
Okay, right here.
There's nothing going on in these plays. Just a pointless play. Look, that's why they can't push the numbers nowhere. There's nothing going on, bro.
Yeah, if you're fundamentals, you're not getting in this.
They're not trading. They're just sitting there and trying to trap you. They're gonna continuously, bro, trap you. They're gonna push the number.
So you're saying this possibly what ORF looks like,
bro. You can play against it, like I said, because there's different ways, right, with the system. Like I said, if you're one of those people, you say, yo, I'm just gonna wait for it to go up. That could always happen. So don't ever give up on that. But bro, if you're trying to just trade stuff, you don't want to trade something with volume looking like this. Volume is ugly, bro. Can you go to another, bro? This volume is disgusting. This volume disgusting.
That's technical analysis number 1.
And then this is the last one. We about to get up out of here, bro. We're supposed to be asleep. I told Empress we're supposed to be asleep, nigga. I know I gotta wake up tomorrow, work on the truck again. Who popping right now? Who popping?
Micro? Blockchain? Riot?
Let me see who finished up today and just see if anybody got tricked in anything. The top bro over here is a therapeutics bro. These niggas probably ain't even been out long, man.
Let's see over here.
Is a RNA medicine company. I'm telling you, bro, right now what's going on? Because we told y'all this last cast. If anybody was smart last cast, they would have had a couple of these nonsense. I told y'all that we're not getting into them. But I don't even want to say smart. If anybody was a gambler, even go to Yahoo Finance, because I like Yahoo for that reason, bro. That's why y'all gotta fuck with Yahoo. Even Barron's, right? If you go to barrons.com, not go to Yahoo Finance, but if you go to barrons.com, you will see a lot of these ETFs, right? You will be able to go inside the ETFs and see their holdings. Empress is showing, bro. This is the
Grayscale Investments Holdings. Grayscale Investment Holdings, if you guys can hear me in the back.
and this is what I was explaining earlier as far as when I was saying you can go on barrons.com, which is another good source that you can go as far as into the ETF bucket. Because basically what you're looking at is an ETF. These is all it is a trust, a holdings. It's just and what you're seeing is the amount that they're holding. So you can say, oh, they believe in Bitcoin more than they believe in anything else. Okay, who they believe in next? Okay, they believe in
they believe in Ethereum.
Yeah, you feel me? You start saying, okay.
Oh, but Ethereum's way cheaper, so you're gonna have way more quantity, right?
As far as exactly. So now that's where it get tricky, right?
Look, this is 24 Bs, it's 7 Bs.
Even that mana nonsense. Nana got look XML. This is this one's right here is always performing. What is this again? Is that oh my gosh. That's crazy. This one right here is always performing well randomly. Let me I'll try to search them.
XML, is that the one Phil Bell thought of? XRP.
Yeah. Let me see, bro. I know them XML guys though, man.
Oh no, this is not it. It's the MLB team. So Barron's, you sure, man? Barron's. Let's go do finance. Bro, where is Barron's been? Next one. It's 2 hours.
No, that might be my bad. Yeah, it's right there.
Yeah, Barron's is spelled with 2 R's, Barron, not BR.
All right. Now, let me go find the ETFs real quick.
More cities and companies move to require vaccines. Yikes.
You should be able to go over there on this, John. That's the little search tab. All right.
Oh, where? In Barron's?
Yeah, just go to there real quick. Nah, yeah, that. But all right, blah. Yeah, man, I keep on getting. All right, then I'm back in. Hold on.
Yeah, we have to analyze this a lot more than this first time on here.
All right, put in SPY. That's
SPY?
Yeah, there was a.
That's it?
Yeah. I actually love QQQ though. I ain't gonna lie. If anybody know about ETFs, I like QQQ. And the VOO is weird because this VOO almost plays against the market. The VOO is no good to me. So you on QQQ right now?
You not trying to go to the VOO? Or you trying to go back?
Let me see what's going on real quick. Where's our? No, I wasn't even ready yet. Hey, put me on blast.
Which one?
Huh?
Oh, you gonna take?
Yeah, they put me.
No, you copy it.
Put me on blast, yeah.
Where are you?
And the main thing is too, because I don't like I'm trying to get out of it, but I don't use computers. Nah.
Man.
So, man, why it's a little different? Go down. Just go down. Yeah, go down like that. Go down like that. Go down like that. Bow. We there. Go up. Bow. right?
Mm-hmm.
And this is QQQ, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what do you see in here? Made all basically tech, huh?
Yep.
So this is a tech bucket.
Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, Tesla, Alphabet, which is Google's parent company, Facebook, Alphabet again, because they forked, right?
Mm-hmm.
NVIDIA, which is in charge of graphic cards and things of that nature, PayPal Holdings, you know about PayPal and their fintech.
Mm-hmm.
Intel, which is also core processors and things of that nature. Comcast deals with cable, telephone, you know, any type of communications network. Netflix deals with streaming of movies and things of that nature. Adobe is ooh, man, this is a beautiful one. I'm impressed. Adobe is a software for creating different forms of art. Boardroom, I am unsure of. Never heard of Boardroom besides the actual boardroom of, you know, general rooms.
I'm about to say, you know, you could right click that boy.
Okay.
Open them in another boy so we can check him out a little bit.
Cisco Systems is, you know, that's the same telecommunications like Comcast.
This is a weird one though, right? PepsiCo. I don't get it. I don't get Starbucks. Right? Everybody else.
It's diversity. Why not Coca-Cola, you saying?
Nah, just why?
Pepsi has some healthier beverages of sorts that are making way, right?
But I'm just saying, all your holdings, right? You got all these 25 different holdings.
Mm-hmm. Majority being in tech. And then you go to Pepsi.
And you got Pepsi and Starbucks.
Good question.
That's a different one. Maybe they was trying to balance them books out.
Mm-hmm.
Cause that don't make sense to me. I'm trying to figure out. But hey, balance them books out, OG. Balance them books out.
Texas Instruments?
Oh, Texas. Yeah, Texas Instruments.
Oh, okay.
You know Texas Instruments.
Yes, Texas
you went to college,
Instruments
nigga.
does calculators, the high-tech, high-end ones with the graphs and all that stuff, the scientific calculators.
Anybody that know about scientific calculators.
Qualcomm is
a
telecommunications.
That's a nice brother. That I don't even want to brag about Qualcomm because I'm gonna sound like I'm shilling, so I'm gonna leave Qualcomm. But hey,
T-Mobile has been here for a while, and they're thriving in regards to modernizing themselves, getting familiar with the black dollar. They do a lot of Spanish stuff, so I see some growth there for sure. Costco?
Hey, Qualcomm is almost in the same bag of Tesla, where you're playing these two things for the future. Like they're showing you some gains right now, but you're playing them for the future, right?
Mm-hmm.
Nvidia is all right. Just like when you think of Nvidia, kind of look towards like just kind of look to see what Qualcomm them doing, right? Kind of see what the Taiwan semiconductor brothers are doing. Some people out here doing some different stuff, but you deal with the Empress.
So you would for sure say Qualcomm is more so hardware?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So yeah, they're not really telecommunications. Telecommunications do.
Nah, but that's not only though.
Okay.
So I don't want to stop them yet. I don't want to stop their ride.
Yeah, because when I say telecommunications, that means Cisco. Cisco deals with logistics, just phones, everything of that nature. For like, what do you call those jobs when they do it in the boardrooms? The video calls, but not video calls. But yeah, you know what they used to do before Zoom came along. But yeah, Costco, another food brand. They wholesale food. You get them in the bulk. That one I don't know. Amgen. We're gonna run back up that one. Starbucks, you guys know about that. That's coffee, beverages, things of that nature. Charter Communications, is that right, Alex?
Yeah, we know Charter for sure. I think that's
all right. So yeah, that's like cable. That's like a Comcast. Is that Apollo?
Applied materials.
Very
name. That right there kind of different.
Intuit is the tax and the books, keeping your books in order type thing, accounting.
So that's more tech.
Yeah.
Right.
So.
And they got the percentage where 11% of their situation is on Apple.
Mm-hmm.
So that's who they really, really holding.
Mm-hmm.
All these other brothers are just saying, yo, I'm not, you can't just have one tech on your motherfucker in your ETF. So these are buckets. But what'll happen is when these ETFs run a small amount, right?
Mm-hmm.
You look at who's their biggest holding.
Right.
Right? Even if they're down a lot, you say, damn, they're down because Apple. You feel me? Like you will hear people saying that and you may not know initially. But this is what they're saying, right? Because some of these ETFs, they're holding so much of certain stocks that.
And that's why it's like a double whammy when the stock market does go down, because all these people are in the same vicinity of, consumers.
Mm-hmm.
Like the consumers that own majorities are usually in the same range of, oh yes, I'm gonna invest in this, but it's just on a separate scale. They're not all together in one little bucket. So that's what causes that double whammy. So it runs up on a double and it runs down on a double.
Mm-hmm.
So that's the risk.
It's a lot of pressure for sure. But like I said, the ETFs, those ones would be safer if you just don't even want to really invest in the stocks. You say, yo, I'm not really doing no TA, bro. All that TA shit you talking about crazy, bro. I'm not doing no fundamentals. I don't care about it. I'm throwing my money somewhere and I want it to grow.
Okay, so Broadcom, I was saying boardroom earlier, my bad. But yeah, Broadcom is a global technology company which designs, develops, and supplies semiconductor and infrastructure software solutions.
Come on, bro. So they're in the semiconductor business. So that's why these brothers don't have Taiwan semiconductor, huh? Mm-hmm. They probably wouldn't even put that in their bucket, though. These brothers supposed to be like an American type of judge.
And then this is Amgen. Amgen is a biotechnology company which engages in the discovery, development,
manufacture,
and marketing of human therapeutics.
Okay, so they in tech in that ways, biotech, life tech.
Now I have to do one more thing just out of curiosity because it didn't make any sense. Why do they have PepsiCo on here? So I just want to see a real quick description of what PepsiCo is actually doing besides beverages. PepsiCo engages in the manufacture, marketing, distribution, and sale of beverages,
They're not
food,
saying
and
nothing,
snacks.
bro. But go down. Something say it operates through the following business segments. See the full portfolio, bro. Profile and see if they go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
And look at the pairs.
Go back?
Yeah, they ain't got nothing going on. Yeah, this the beverage, bro, that we thought they was.
Tropicana is a good one.
What you mean?
It's a more healthier juice.
Huh? What you mean?
You saying people see Tropicana as unhealthy, like orange juice and stuff?
Huh? What you saying right now?
I'm saying I feel like the purchases on Tropicana orange juice from the general population.
Tropicana orange juice, you said.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, PepsiCo on a lot of people, but what are you saying though? Like I'm trying to figure out what are you saying?
No, I'm saying because as far as growth.
Nah, Pepsi's a good stock. Pepsi.
You're just trying to understand why I put this food.
Yeah, why you chose them? Their growth is not amazing.
And you're saying diversity just isn't the answer?
Yeah, I'm just saying why you chose them. Right. That's why I don't believe in this company, because I'm trying to figure out why they chose these people. You can go to VU real quick, because I would never really mess with VU. Matter of fact, because you went to QQQ. You could actually what? Since you already got VU up.
Okay.
I said, did
you want me to go back to the other one?
To SPY, right?
Yeah, SPY was the first one.
Yeah.
All right, so SPY.
All right, go down real quick. Let's see what these boys looking at.
Apple, Microsoft, Amazon, same thing.
So Apple, they big, bro. Oh, the last bro is Apple too?
Yeah.
So
no, it's 11%. This is 6%.
Hey, nah, it don't matter.
It's the biggest one.
It's their major holdings.
Okay, yeah. So Apple, wow, that's funny. That's funny. That's so funny. Oh, that's not good. All right. Microsoft, Amazon, Facebook, Google, Tesla, Berkshire Hathaway, JP Morgan Chase, Johnson & Johnson, Visa, Walt Disney, Nvidia, who's that? United Health Group, MasterCard. Ooh, they have Visa and MasterCard. Procter & Gamble, PayPal, Home Depot, Bank of America, another bank, Intel, Comcast, Netflix, ExxonMobil, Verizon Communications, and Adobe.
I say these brothers super institutionalized.
Yeah.
All of them is whack. But they got some nice performers on here. I wouldn't support Home Depot if I had to. If it was my last opportunity, I still wouldn't support it. Go ahead.
Home Depot sucks. All right. As far as Vanguard, is Vanguard like a BlackRock? I'm going to SPY.
Vanguard is not like a BlackRock in the sense of what they do, but in a sense of the control. And I guess you can say just in a simple sense, in a simpler sense, because you know BlackRock, the field they're in is completely different in a sense. I don't want to say completely different though, but more so real estate. Like more so real estate.
Okay.
Vanguard though is nothing short of that same thing though. Like they're major holders of a lot of things.
Okay, and quick question.
Same thing with BlackRock.
Warren Buffett. Does he have an ETF?
Nah. But I think some people did a little John of him, of all the John that he got.
Okay, so he's just his own individual.
Yeah, I know people got some John.
Right,
so we on SPY.
Yeah.
Apple number one to get on this one.
Yeah. Microsoft, Amazon.
Oh, they got the exact bras. You sure it's SPY? They got the exact same bras on Voo. SPY sloppy as hell.
I was about to say they have less because this percentage is different.
They
Voo
just
had
spying.
6%. SPY had 5%. United Health, MasterCard, Procter Gamble, PayPal, Home Depot, Bank of America. Wait, whoa.
They got the same bread.
Literally.
Man, you can type in gold, GOLD. I think that's it. But yeah, but I think, Vanguard got a bunch of ETFs. They got the Vanguard Total Bond Market. Matter of fact, go to the bond market. I know you don't know about bonds. BND. See them Johns come out. Yeah, Vanguard Bond Market. See what their bonds look like. They don't show their bonds. I wanted to see if they showed like something special as far as the way they was holding something special.
I just triggered a whole search.
Go to VNQ. Like I said, bro, it's ETFs for days, bro. You could just get buckets of shit, bro. We need to get our own little ETF. We got some fly little plays. They major, bro. They got 11% in Vanguard real estate. So that's what I was saying. That's why I kept on doubling back with Empras, because I was like, they do, but they don't. They do. They do. They're major holders, bro. They're holders, bro. Look, this is the index fund right here that they holding, nigga. This is what they holding right now in their hand. An index fund. Vanguard Real Estate Index Fund. Look, American Tower. What that is, a REIT. Come on, man. That's another real estate investment trust. And who this is we in right now? Oh, but this is what is this one? The
NH? Vanguard Real Estate?
Okay, so this is Vanguard Real Estate ETF. Exactly. And this is just another, I'm trying to tell you, this is just another bucket. Go to iBuy.
So IBUY?
Yes, ma'am. You just like y'all gotta really understand this shit, bro.
Okay, they don't have none.
Oh yeah, but SPY, just to throw it out there, whenever y'all hear people saying S&P 500 and shit like that, that's SPY. So whenever y'all hear S&P 500, SPY.
So what's NASDAQ?
That's NASDAQ could be, that's a market itself, but yeah, I would say that's not gonna give
North
you nothing.
America.
Yeah, it's the whole shit. But they got an index though. Cause
Cause nigga, they got all them shits on their shit, nigga.
Mhm.
All right, but go. I think it's this Russell one. It's let me try to see. I thought it was who. But while you waiting, put the Russell one in.
RUSSE.
No, I'm messing you up. It's
RUA.
Nah, it ain't even none of them Johns.
RUI.
Matter of fact, do GLD. Let me see if gold is on there.
GLD.
Yeah. All right, let me see that board. It ain't gonna probably show no holdings. Let me see if they got any. Oh no, this probably is gonna be shares. All right, so this is probably how you're able to buy gold. Do they tell you anything like where they getting the gold from? Or you buying like what's the ownership of anything? Like what these niggas got going on? This paper gold right here. Oh, I think it's the Van Eck. It might be the Van Eck, the Shake My Head boy. SMH. And we out after SMH, bro. We giving y'all too much. SMH.
Shaking our ass and giving y'all so much free game.
Man.
Y'all come back in 10 years and go, man, what the heck?
Man. And y'all didn't get none on y'all last time.
What Beyonce say? I ain't on that no Illuminati.
Man, if I go to ARK, everybody like ARK. Let's see what ARK holding. You know.
Oh, wait. So I'm right here now, man. I wasn't even that there.
Oh, so who this is?
SMH?
Oh, Russell. Okay, cool. All right, blah. Yeah. You see, Russell? This is another tech, bro. Right? You can tell. But look at what it's invested in.
13% in Taiwan Semiconductor.
Went through it probably.
6% in Nvidia. 5% in Intel. What else is on here? Broadcom, another one that does stuff of that nature. 5%.
No. Point out the different ones. What about Micron Technology?
Micron Applied.
Nah, we seen Applied Materials on the last one.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah. NX, what that boy is?
NXP Semiconductors is at 4%. Lam Research Corporation.
Lam.
Analog Devices.
Look at this nigga.
Advanced Micro Devices.
Man.
KL Core. Candace Design.
Systems.
Okay.
That like Zyx. You remember Zyx? Yeah, that's what that look like. I don't know what that is. Zilix. I can't really see it though. Like that. Them like a bunch of I's or a bunch of L's.
Skyward Solutions. More chip. Microchip technology.
Yeah.
Sorry guys, I'm back here.
Far as fuck behind the couch.
Vision test. STM. ST Micro. What is it?
Electronics.
Microelectronics. Maxium. Integrated.
Yeah, Maxium Integrated Products.
Go ahead.
Teraday or Teradyne. I don't know how they say it. I have to look at that shit. Marvel Technology Group. We can't even click on that boy. We have to copy that boy. Figure him out later when we get off. Corvo. Fucking Corvo Inc. Right after this, we about done Universal Display and On Semiconductor Corp. So yeah, these brothers invest in a lot of semiconductors. Like I said, this is another tech bucket. But like I said, if you come in here and you see any of these that may be interested, like I said, what you shall do, because do what thou wilt. What you shall do, bro, is research these. Dang, Empress, we need to get off, bro.
For real?
It's 5:23, bro.
Oh man.
We need to get off, bro. This giant, you ain't got to do no editing really, except for the beginning. We gotta cut that shit, so we gotta get off. But yeah, bro, me and Empress, bro, we offer y'all too much, bro. It's just game for days, bro. We gamers, bro. We don't play video games, though. You see, I got Empress on the side. Empress, you had an afro.
Yeah, but I just stood up and let it go. Eat Bridget.
I don't think people gonna rock with you, bro. You look different, bro.
Oh, that's their problem. I still got my powers. Well, Alrighty, guys. That is the conclusion of episode 106 of Black Wall Street Bets Taco Tuesday, where we talk about currency only. Thank you for tuning in, and until next time, peace!